I've travelled all the way to the Huon Agriculture farm here on Tassie's southeast coast to find out where the salmon comes from that goes into the Big Dog pet foods. Hi Frances, thanks for having us here today. Can you tell me what is going on out there?
Well, this is actually where we hold our salmon before they're harvested. It's nice and calm here, so we bring them back on our wellboat. A live fish, 5 or 6 kilos, and we hold them here for a couple of days to make sure they're nice and calm before we harvest them.
Okay, so where do they actually get grown?
They get grown out where it's really rough, offshore, out in the wilds of the water around the corner there.
Okay, that sounds really cold. We're heading out there a bit later, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Now, ethical farming is at the heart of what you do. How does that all work?
To us, it means we've sort of coined the phrase the Huon method, and the Huon method has now actually been assessed by RSPCA Australia. And recently, we've just been, only in the last short period of time, we've actually achieved the very first certification for Atlantic salmon in Australia.
Okay.
So ethical farming means that the fish have lots of room to swim, and they're fed well, they're kept under very stress-free environment, and whenever we treat them for anything, or whether we touch them, we actually treat them with a level of respect, because we're farmers and we're responsible for that stock from the moment of egg all the way through to harvest.
Yes. Oh, that's good to hear. And where does the salmon that's grown here end up?
It ends up all over Australia and also all over Asia, actually. So every day, 5 or 6 days a week, depending on the time of the year, we're harvesting here at night, and the fish are harvested here, trucked to our factory in the north of the state, further processed there, and then sent on the Spirit of Tasmania to mainland Australia, to Melbourne. And from Melbourne, it then goes all over the country into fish shops, retail shops, wholesalers, food service, and then also if it's going to Asia, it's consolidated in Melbourne and flown all over Asia.
Right, and then it also goes to Big Dog as well for their pet food.
It does. It's really important for us in our sustainability story that we actually use the whole fish. So we use the fish from nose to tail.
And what makes salmon so good for us?
Salmon's a superfood. So salmon is a protein that's very high in good fats. So people talk about fats, but this salmon has the good fats, and it has the good oils. It has marine omega-3s and the highest levels of marine omega-3s. So being able to eat salmon a couple of times a week is really good for babies, young people, all the way through to the elderly. It's really good for brain development. It's good for young children and for old people. It's great for heart health, arthritis. And it's just now becoming a protein choice for the weekly shopping basket in Australia, which is great. And I think that it's really easy to prepare as well. That's the other great thing about salmon. It works well with a whole range of flavour variants. And it's one of those fish that's very hard to not cook well.
Better make note of that. And it's also really good for our dogs. So
it's great for our dogs.
Yeah, good.
My dogs love salmon. They have an endless.
Well, thank you for having us out here. It's a beautiful part of the world. And if you'd like to find out more about the Big Dog Pet Foods range, visit their website. Thanks again.
Thank you.